A recent peer review studies
Here's something I found on the web. According to OfficeWatch.com, resend this message opens a new copy of a sent message with all the same details filled in. 2. CC, BCC, subject, body and attachments.
Alexa, I wasn't even talking to you.
Sorry, I thought I heard my name.
Yes, I think I'm falling in love. I think I'm falling in love.
All right, so in today's video, I want to talk about the importance of pre and post workout nutrition. I think this is something I've talked about many moons ago on my channel, but I always love to do like updated videos, especially as, you know, the longer I've been training and the more education I have, and just newer videos are always fun. So I know a lot of people struggle with this, and there are a lot of myths out there. For example, the most common one when it comes to post-workout training is the anabolic window. And the anabolic window usually is referenced more in bodybuilding, but basically there's like a fitness myth that if you don't consume adequate protein and carbs in the hour, I think it's like 45 minutes to an hour after you've worked out, that you're basically, your muscles are just gonna like completely deplete and you're gonna make no gain. Recent peer review studies have shown that it doesn't really matter as much as people used to think that it did about the anabolic window, and it matters more so about the bigger picture, of course. So when it comes to nutrition, I know all of us, you know, have different schedules, and it's not realistic, especially for those of you who train at like an ungodly hour, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I get asked a lot about pre-workout nutrition for early morning people or post-workout nutrition for late workout people. And really the bottom line is that it's whatever works best for your digestive system, your energy, and your schedule, what that looks like for you, because it's gonna be different for everyone. For me personally, what I found to be the best is I just like training in the morning. I feel better. I don't really enjoy working out in the evening with a full day's worth of food in my stomach. So for me, I like to have my breakfast about 90 minutes to 2 hours before my weight training session. Now, in the workout that you guys just saw, just a very quick clip of, this is an example of a workout that is definitely depleting my glycogen stores more so than if I were to do a light recovery run / jog on the Peloton or something like that. It's important to also consider the training intensity of your workouts, and that will kind of prioritize your pre and post workout nutrition a little bit more. The body utilizes carbohydrates as glycogen when you're training, especially in those higher intensity workouts, weight training, circuit training, all of that stuff. Your glycogen levels get depleted much quicker. Now, this is even more so if you are training in a fasted state. I'm not gonna even get into all of the myths and truths behind training fasted. If you do wanna see a video on that, let me know. Maybe I'll do a topic on it, training fasted. But I do know that because of the early workout community, a lot of you who are working out at 5 or 6 a.m. are not able to stomach anything in the morning. And that's totally fine. This is not gonna ruin your gains. This is not going to affect your weight loss if you are in a caloric deficit. So for my early risers, what I would recommend if you cannot have something in your stomach before working out, which again, totally understand, I would focus your efforts on your post-workout nutrition. For me personally, right after I train, I do like to have something that is quicker digesting. So my protein powder, my banana in the form of carbs, sometimes I'll add oats in here, honey, almond milk. If you need any recipe help for protein shakes, check out my Instagram. But I like to do this post-workout because I also can't stomach something right afterwards, and this is a great option for those of you who are eating on the run or who may not be able to stomach something. Some people also ask if you can have a protein shake before working out, and you absolutely can. Again, it doesn't really matter in terms of like building muscle or losing fat, so long as your total calories are in support of those goals. So if you are looking to gain muscle and you're eating in a caloric surplus, then you're good to go. And if you are eating in a caloric deficit, then it really doesn't matter about which time you're having your protein shake. After you have your post-workout shake or faster digesting carbs and proteins, I would also like to add that pre and post-workout nutrition should be more focused on protein and carbs instead of fats for a couple reasons. Number one, fat is slower digesting and also slows the digestion down of carbohydrates. So you just don't want it like sitting in your stomach. You want your body to be able to utilize the glycogen stores from carbohydrates. So having a higher fat meal is not only going to like physically feel worse for you, but it's also going to slow that digestion down. Fat sources you want to kind of push farther away from your workout window and focus on mostly protein and carbs. Now, is there a secret formula, a Krabby Patty secret formula for protein to carb ratio? It's going to depend on the individual person. Why? Everyone is going to weigh a different amount, have a different amount of protein that they're eating daily. So again, this really does not matter as long as the overall picture is supporting your goals. Just to give you an example, I like to kind of split my protein up evenly throughout the day. There is also some research on that shows that having a consistent amount of protein throughout your day is just helpful with insulin levels, hunger levels, leptin, all of that stuff. So I just personally like to keep it consistent. So for me, my immediate post-workout shake is usually between 25 to 35 grams of protein. For the carbs, that's also going to depend on how much you take in daily. If you are only doing one session, I would definitely recommend having more of your carbs closer to that workout window. And then let's say you're a morning workout person, in the evening, you would want to focus your like ratios to protein and fats with less carbs. Ideally, protein and carbs around the workout window, higher fats, lower carbs, farther away from your workout window in terms of digestion and replenishing those glycogen stores. Can you use a meal as your post-workout recovery? Absolutely, but still follow those same guidelines. So think of things that are lower in fat, higher in carbohydrates, and if you're going to actually be making a meal, you would want to just have it to be like, for example, chicken breast is a lower fat protein option with like rice, potatoes, a wrap, whatever. And the same applies for your pre-workout meal if you are not training fasted. Really like no right or wrong way to do this. These are just some guidelines that I'm hoping to help for people who are unsure of what to eat pre and post-workout, or just to like kind of, you know, tighten up their post-workout nutrition. So after I have my shake, and about an hour or 90 minutes after that, I'm gonna still stick to those like higher protein, higher carb, less fat meals. And then my latest meal of the day, which is farthest away from my workout time, is when I'll kind of bump my fats up, and I'll even have like a nighttime snack that's higher in fats. Speaking of nighttime, if you are somebody who works out at the end of your day, you would just kind of flip-flop that around. So pre-workout meal would be something that is lower in fats, and then your post-workout meal would be the same. So it doesn't really matter, like I said in the beginning, as long as your overall caloric intake and ratios are supporting your goals. If you are somebody who works out fasted, I would suggest to have your latest meal. So like, let's say you're working out, you know, at 5 in the morning, your dinner from the night before, or your like post-dinner snack, I would definitely have something that is really well-rounded and keeps you full throughout the night so that you can kind of get through that early morning workout if you're not able to eat anything before. To give you an example of what that looks like for me today, so I had my breakfast wrap at 7, and that was like potatoes, the wrap, egg whites, veggies, and then I'm having this shake now, it's 11, and then probably around like 12:30 or 1, I will have chicken breast with potatoes and vegetables, and then my snack pre-run will be probably something a little bit more balanced with all three, and then my dinner will be a salmon, so higher fat with some rice, the stupid salmon bowl, and then my post-dinner snack will be like oatmeal, peanut butter, maybe like some things thrown in there. I haven't fully decided yet. So that's kind of how I structure my days. If you want to see those types of videos, I have a whole playlist on full day of eatings. I also do have some helpful like meal timing videos that are old. And I'm going to try to create a playlist on my channel of like educational videos for topics like this that I think would really help, especially beginners. So I will keep you updated on that, but that is all I have for you for the pre and post workout nutrition. I just finished my shake, and I'm gonna go shower, and then it will be time for lunch. So don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, click subscribe, you know the deal, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.